Dele Alli well rested? Did you see enough of him in that 20 minutes at the end to suggest that he's good to go from the start this weekend?
Yes, he's okay. He's ready, and yes, I think always important when the player not feel so good and is 100% like was because he was ill in the game against Stoke. Gave him some rest. It always is important, and of course now he was training well, and yes, he's ready.
He wasn't very happy, was he, about being on the bench? But have you seen a good reaction from him this week?
Yes, no. I think the players always are frustrated when not play, But I think there's no issue with him. He's happy, but always, the frustration. The last game, 5-1, he didn't score, and then always the player want to score, and it's difficult. I always struggle to understand sometimes when the coaching staff, the manager, try to care about everyone. But that is football, and we need to understand the player that always wanted to play.
Given he scored against City in both games last season, it'd be too tempting not to start with him, wouldn't it? I mean, he's clearly got an edge over him. Ali?
Yes, but he's ready. Yes, I told you. He's ready.
He's ready?
Yes, he's ready.
And tell us about Lamela, 74 minutes. What did you see in him? Has he come through okay?
Yes, okay. I think it was so important to feel from the beginning to start to play. 70 minutes. It's true that after the game was so tired and feel very tired because it's not the same to play 20 minutes, 25 minutes. And yes, but it's good because he needs to adapt again his body on the competition. Everything change when you compete. It's not the same maybe 70-minute training than 70 minutes competing. And yes, we are so happy with his evolution. He's happy because he's feeling better and better and better. And of course that will be so important for the rest of the season. Must be important for the team for the rest of the season.
Is that part of why you feel that Tottenham will be more competitive in the second part of the season? What are the reasons for that?
Yes, of course. Of course that we need all the players fit, Toby, Victor, and I think it's so important to try to recover as soon as possible all the player fit for be available to play and be selected, make us more competitive, sure.
We've spoken to a lot of managers this week. It's obviously 15 Premier League wins in a row for Manchester City. They broke the record, and we've asked them how you stop them.
Yes, it's true.
The next go.
So far, no one can stop Manchester City. That is true. They are doing a fantastic season. I think they deserve all the prize and the credit, of course, first of all for the manager, for Pep, because he's doing a fantastic job with all the coaching staff. And I think they are doing great. Of course, for us it will be a very tough game, but in the same way it's a massive challenge, exciting game. I think it's the game that you don't need to motivate the player, that you don't need to talk too much. Only design the plan, provide the plan to the player, and train that they only deliver the plan. But yes, I think what they are doing is fantastic. Broken records, and how they are playing, I think is very good.
What makes it, in a sense, even better is the way they are playing.
Sorry?
In a sense, does it make it more impressive, the style that they're playing?
Yes, I think yes, it's in the way that they are playing is fantastic. It's an exciting team to see. Yes, of course, you recognize it's a Pep team, like was again when was in Barcelona or in Bayern Munich, and now after in the second season he's doing fantastic in the way that they are playing, and about the result too, because in both sides are fantastic. How they play and how they are getting result.
18 points behind. You're a bit disappointed. Do you think that maybe you might be a little bit closer when you met them?
Of course, but look, but not only us. Everyone is disappointed. It's 11 points with the second, with Manchester United. And if we compare with ourselves in the last few seasons, we are in a similar level, in a similar state or level. It's true that they are doing so well, and looks that the another team are poor. But now, of course, when you are a winner, you are always disappointed, and it never is enough to be to be second at 1 point, or 11 point, or 18 points. Always disappoint you when you are always below someone. And yes, but we need to compare with ourselves. We are complete different in different philosophy, different project. Everything is different in this football club. We cannot compare with another, and we cannot only we can compare with ourselves and try to improve, and we cannot control what can do the another team.
And Mourinho has been asked to explain his comments this week about, he's said that the players go down too easily, and Pep's obviously denied that, but before the game, you conscious of it? Do you just have that extra little word, that extra plan your defenders given? What's obviously a hot topic, if you like, it's after what Mourinho said.
I don't know what he said. But look, the only way to prepare the game is trying to give the best tool and the better tool to the player on the end to fight on the pitch and performance better than your opponent. Now, as Jesus explained what Mourinho said before the press conference, and I respect Mourinho's opinion, I respect Guardiola's opinion, I respect all the opinion from my colleagues, and only what I can say about Manchester City, they are doing fantastic. They have fantastic player, and of course a great manager and they are doing fantastic. Only for us is to try to challenge them, to try to be better than them, have some lucky, because always in football you need some lucky if you want to win, and then fight and try to be clever in the way that we are going to play.
Mauricio,
Hi.
how confident are you going into the game tomorrow?
I am always confident. I am always a positive person, and always believe that we can win. Of course, always I respect all the opponent. Respect the same respect to Manchester City than was Brighton, Apoel, or Stoke City. I think football is about respect, but always confidence about our quality, about in the way that we play, and of course be positive about that we can do a great game and we can win.
A lot of the pundits are suggesting that your side are the most likely to stop this Manchester City juggernaut, and you've got a good record against them.
Yes, that is a good point, because the people consider us a good team and believe in us to be contender, to be a team that can stop Manchester City. I think today is a good point, and it's a good signal, and it's a good. I think important to understand that in the last 3 years we improved a lot, because 3 years ago no one believed that we can challenge the team that was in the top of the table, or only was about to reduce the gap with the top 4. And now we are involved in the last 2 seasons, third season with the best team on Premier League, and look what you say now. It's a lot of people believe that only Tottenham can stop Manchester City. No, that is it's so good to hear, but now we need to deliver that, and we need to do our show and try to show that we deserve that comment.
That's the positive side of it. The slightly more negative side, if you look at the stats, against the big six, if you like, away from home, you've only won once in 17 attempts. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think that always the stats, you can manipulate all the stats. 1 week ago was the controversy was Wembley. After 1 week, we are the fourth or third team that we took more points at home. Before, in 1 week before, was Wembley was the problem. Everyone blamed Wembley, but now it's fantastic. And look what happened. The state depends how you want to take, and you can manipulate and can put in this way, in another way. The most important now that we are four on the table, we need and we want to keep that position or maybe improve. The only way is try to win tomorrow the game and try to improve. But what happened on the past is on the past.
Bearing in mind it's 18 points, is it now all about finishing in the top four? Title race is over?
But of course, at Manchester City, the gap is massive with the second. It's 11 points. And of course, we need to go step by step. We need to try to win every game that we play, and then we'll see what happens with the rest of the team. The advantage is massive now, and of course that everyone is thinking that they are closer than another team to win on the end of the season the Premier League.
Thank you.
Mauricio, hello. Man City and Tottenham often seen as the two best attacking teams in the Premier League. Do you think more teams should play attacking football in the Premier League rather than parking the bus, which has become a bit of a...
I don't know. I think every team want to play in attacking, want to score goals, want to enjoy playing football, and then it's about power on the pitch. It's about quality. It's not only about the idea, the different coaches. It's about the quality, and when the opponent push you to play deeper and avoid the possibility to go forward. I think that is more what happened. I think Manchester City or teams that are in the top four are playing so well, massive potential to play in the way that is dominate the games and play always in the opposite half and create chance. But maybe that is the gap today with the team that are below, no? But you know, everyone try to play and develop the idea that you have, and you need to respect, and you need football is not only in one way that you can play. In different way you can play and you can success. It's a lot of example in the history, in football history. And the most important is respect. Respect everyone. Everyone know how is the team that you manage, and the capacity and the quality to develop one or another idea. But for me, the most important, from my point of view, is to respect everyone.
You mentioned respect. Last time Pep Guardiola called Tottenham the Harry Kane team. Did he ever call you in the end and speak about that comment?
I have some conversation with some people from the coaching staff, and of course was a thing that happened in that moment, but and on the end it's not an issue. We have a very good relationship. I admire Pep, all that was doing in Barcelona, Bayern Munich, or now in Manchester City, and you know very well that my idea. Like a manager is I think one of the managers that I am more close, you know, in football, and of course in that moment, but then happened, and now it's on the past. I forget everything. I think him too the same.
You're not going to put it on the dressing room wall for your players tomorrow before they go out?
Nah, sure that we are going to see each other and say hello, and we have a lot of friends in the middle, and And then the respect is the most important. And not only admire, I respect him, how he feels the football and his passion for football. I know him from Barcelona when I was 21 years old, and he was young too. But he was older than me, sorry. I was younger than him, but I think it's not a problem. And it's most important is try to enjoy football. I think two teams that try to play football. Of course, I wish all the best, him and all the people that I love there, but we are going to try to win and try to stop them and try, not because to stop them we are going to win, it's because we need 3 points to try to be on the top 4 and try to fight for the big scene on the season.
Mauricio, you stopped Chelsea's unbeaten run last season. Do you think the players have a sort of extra motivation to do that again?
Yes, I think the motivation to play this type of game always is there. It's this type of game that you don't need to motivate the player, you don't need to talk too much. You can feel in the atmosphere after the game again Brighton. That is so exciting. But for me, it's about to enjoy, of course. It's this type of game that you want to be. You want to be there. You want to feel what happened on the touchline, to feel what happened on the pitch. I think we are going to play, for me, the best team today in Europe, not only in England, because it's in the best form. And of course, always is so exciting. It's a massive challenge. It's this type of challenge that you want always to have the possibility to have.
We usually see your Tottenham team attack most of the time, but is this the kind of game maybe where you might play a bit more defensive, a bit more Mourinho-esque, if you like?
Do you know that we are going to play in the way that we believe that we can win? I think every manager think when design the strategy to go to play, always is the right strategy. I think doesn't matter if you put one or another player and different characteristics on the pitch on your starting 11 or in the way that you are going to play with different shape. You know, the most important is the mentality and the ideas that you have and try to translate to the player. But we need to be. It's not that we need to be brave. We need to be like always. We need to behave like always. We need to think like always. that we can win, that we can play, that we can enjoy about and develop what we want. And then, of course, it's about power, because it's the opponent that try to do what they want to do, and then it's about play and try to dominate or be dominated and try to play in the way that sometimes you can. But first of all, I think our idea is always try to dominate, try to play in the way that we want, and try to play in the opposite half. And then it's football and everything can happen.
Would it be nice to see Kyle Walker this weekend?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. Of course that we keep a very good relationship. Always is good after 3 seasons together. When in that happen a lot of things, and I think always is good to see the player that were with you and player that did a lot for the club or did a lot for myself to try to help me to achieve all that we wanted. And it's good to see, because we are people that we did a lot for him to try to achieve all that he wanted. On the end, it's good to see.
Are you worried at all that maybe some of Tottenham's other players might look at Walker and think, top of the league, it's doing very well?
But it's a human nature or human nature that the player always want to improve. The player always want or have different challenge or have different ideas in the but I am not worried, because on the end it's always 3 part of the in all the situation, in football. is one of the player, another the club that own the player, and if another team won some player, and then is to be agree in different things and try to be everyone happy in all the decision. And I think we are not worried. We are not worried, and we know how is our project and who we are, and at the end try to develop our project, not only thinking in today and tomorrow, if not thinking in a long term. That is so important, because it's not only that we need to win today or tomorrow after tomorrow. Is we need to win today, tomorrow, and in 1 year, and 2 years, and 3 years, and 4 years. That is the plan for Tottenham. Maybe completely different than other teams or clubs. That the most important is win today. You know, that is good point for the debate when the people assess us and compare with another team. The plan is win today, of course, win tomorrow, of course, but it's win in 4 years too. Not only win today, what happened tomorrow is another day, you know?
Yeah, but the club maybe will have 3, 4, 5 years, but you can understand maybe the players, they want to win now.
Exactly, that is a problem. I agree with you. Maybe some players are not agree in this plan, on this strategy, and of course they are right to complain. They are right to talk. They are right to on the end that want to achieve or to want to move or want to another challenge for different reasons, because we are all different, and we have everyone we have different challenge, different motivation, different goals in our life. That is normal. The most important is to talk, is to design the plan for everyone, and then be happy everyone, because life is about to enjoy and be happy. It's not point to spend time or wasting time in a bad way, because life is so short.